Hey everyone, here's Leju from Set to Distracts. Today I'm going to be talking about the new sponsors that we have today, and one is Major and his TeamSpeak. I'm actually proud to be sponsored by. Hit our website, go see their website as well. It's crazy how happy I am to be sponsored by them, and I will just show you and be doing a quick review today on TeamSpeak to make sure that you have the maximum benefit of TeamSpeak, and you can see the difference between like Ventrilo, TeamSpeak, Skype, Mumble, GameVox, anything. So just make sure to check this video until the end, and make sure to go visit them and check their server and stuff like that. And it's amazing. Use it completely. So we'll switch on my screen so you can see the actual interface, and we'll be able to review this thing right now. So what we have here is our TeamSpeak that we just received from TeamSpeak. So at the bottom you can see the welcome channel, which is the channel that everyone's going to be joining. What's fun about TeamSpeak and what is the main difference between all the other voice communication servers program is mainly their interface. It's not a shitty interface. It's a great interface that you will love, that you will enjoy. And it's actually fun to have it on your second screen if you have two screens, or even though like you're on your desktop and you're chatting and stuff like that, it's fun to have you in your face. Besides from the other companies, which their interface are not really that great, and this is not only like graphic wise and not looking right, it's all the interface behind it, like the permissions that you can give, the tools and stuff like that. So we'll be going through pretty much everything on this page right now. So here we are with the interface of TeamSpeak. It's incredible how you'll like it, believe me. So first you have connections, so that's the way you can connect to the servers. We have our servers, our TeamSpeak, teamspeak.settojustrx.com. Make sure you can visit us on it. You can go like chat with us. It's gonna be a pleasure. We have 128 slots that they gave us. It's just great, and they gave us the opportunity to actually go further. So if we need more slots, they will just like increase our license. It's gonna be like perfect for that. So whenever you connect to it, you have always server password that you can put in if ever you need. You can change the stuff at the beginning as well. So you can go always into bookmarks. So what you have in the bookmarks, it's all the servers that you can keep there, and they will always remain there. You can go there, edit them. You can even select and connect in a new tab, because that's really nice. You can connect to multiple servers at the same time, and this is really, really great. The voice communication is not gonna work on both servers or like all the servers, but you will be able to actually be in all the servers. Check the chat at the bottom. That's going to be really important. You have multiple friends, multiple servers. Don't worry about it. You can take care of it. The third tab is actually the self tab. So that's where you will mostly configure your things, mute yourself, unmute yourself, check your connections if you have any issues, drop from audio or things like that. Usually it's not happening. It can be a server problem, because what's way better from TeamSpeak to like Skype, if we can compare it to Skype, it's actually the fact that you will be connecting to a server, and if ever the drop call on Skype, you will get dropped. You will have to wait until it reconnects, and your internet actually finds the server of Skype and then get backs up. But with TeamSpeak, it's just like the server gets there, and if you start lagging, you will remain in the server. It's not gonna cut until the quality goes back good. People like around will know that you're lagging, but you will stay in the channel. You will be able to go in connection info, check all your things right there. You can check like your server address. You can check your ping, your idle time. You can check everything, even all the data that's coming out of it. The speech to keep it out of control in the quarter. So that's really good for the self-control tab. When we go in permissions, this is really where it's getting incredible, and I like it. I just simply like it. What I like is that I can control whoever is moving, whoever is talking, whoever is doing whatever, chatting in the chat, whoever can move in channel. This is really important when you want to control it, and this is where really you can control who's having access to whatever. And honestly, this is really important to me, so that Set to Distracts members have their own rights and guests have certain rights. Like I allow guests to be in, but I don't want them to be, I don't know, like spamming people or whatever. So I remove the chat from them. But Still, you do it yourself, but I really like the way it's being built, and I love it. So here the first thing that you can do is actually rename the server for like management right there. So what we'll do is right there, management. So if you go on your name right now, you will see on the right here that it's management. So that's the name of the server group that you put in, and you can customize it like however you want it. We can go back there, we can create group, we can multiple them, we can duplicate them. If you want to duplicate it from like the normal, which is having access to pretty much everything on the server besides like moving and stuff like that, you can simply right click on it and copy it. So you can rename it and copy it. That can be really important. So that way you can you don't have to start from the beginning. You can create another server admin group. This can be really good as well. Once you're there, you can control the channel groups as well, which is having control to certain channels and not to whole channel and whole server. That's important in the fact that if you create a channel for somebody and you want to make sure that they have only access to this one, like to be able to manage it, to edit it, to change the name, to put the password and stuff like that, you can put them server admin, but not channel admin, but not server admin. You can go in all list all clients, which is everyone that's been logging in. You have their all their connections, you have their IP and stuff like that. So you can control access if ever you need it. So if you see that somebody like a bot or you see somebody that's joining and spamming, you can go there, retrieve their IP, and just block their IP from joining in. That's really good for that. Privilege key, what it is. Privilege key is if you want to give a certain right to somebody, they can just copy paste that privilege key that you're creating for them. So the best way to actually give the right to somebody, it's actually create a privilege key. So you can create a privilege key that will give a certain access. So you can say, like right now I'm creating one for management, and I will be saying, all right, description, management, psychology, which is the owner of STDX, and we can actually generate a code right there. So we would give them this code so they have access to server admin or management in this case. This is really nice, and it's a great way to control. You can always right click to someone's names and give the server group according to what you want to give them, but tokens, it's really nice, and you can control who uses it, and you can see where and how they used it. Permissions, that's pretty much good for that. We can go in tools. In tools, you have all the contacts. You can add contacts, collect the URLs. File transfer, you have a place where you can transfer files directly from TeamSpeak. You can invite people directly on it. So this is the link that we can do. Insert a micro channel and stuff like that. Server, blah, blah, blah. You can give everything. You can add privilege key. You can copy to clipboard. You can paste that and give them to people so they can actually join directly from whether your website and stuff like that to the TeamSpeak server. What you can do always, it's offline messages if you want to activate that. Whisper list, Whisper history, client logs if you want to see everything that's been logging in. If you go in IT or computer and stuff like that, you want to check that. If there's a problem or whatever, you'll be able to set it up. Ban list, everyone that's banned. That's really important. So everybody that's banned on their server is going to be there with the reasons and stuff like that. So if you control it, because you have a lot of people passing by, whether it's for gaming, guests, or whatever, you can control that, see the reason why an admin banned him, and it's really great. It's really great for that. The next tool is going to be complaint list. You can file in a complaint against somebody, and if he's being not really nice, you can file a complaint. So admin will be able to see it and will be able to act on this person if ever required. The next tool will be server query login. This is really to control the TeamSpeak server when you go through SSH and stuff like that using a certain program. This can be one of my next video to explain going deeper in TeamSpeak, but for now we'll keep it like that. You can start recording everything that's gonna be saying on this TeamSpeak. The quality is totally intact. It's not being touched. Everything that you will be hearing in TeamSpeak and the way you hear it is going to be like that. So that's really important. That's really good for that. So you can start recording, and at the end it's going to create a WAV file or MP3 file that you will have on your desktop and you will be able to put it whether on your video or make if you put like any montages or stuff like that, you will be able to take that MP3 and just put it back in your video. You can install Overwolf. Overwolf, it's an add-on that you can install to TeamSpeak, so whenever you are in the game, it gives you a little overlay that you will see whoever is in the TeamSpeak, whoever is speaking, and stuff like that. It can be really, really good, but I'm not installing it myself. The next thing is settings. The setup wizard is where it gets freaking nice. It's how to set up your things and make sure that your quality is perfect and your voice activation, which is the best voice activation ever. It's on TeamSpeak. This is really, really insane the way that they made it, and it's really, really accurate and precise, and I love it. So when you go in the setup wizard, you set up your name that you want to have. You make sure that you put voice activation. If you want to have push to talk, this can be really, really good, and most people use it in the game, and you can use it depending on the game that you play. You can put whether voice activation or push to talk. I put voice activation myself. You select that whenever everything is actually completed and you've set up your levels, you click on next. You can have a mute key like assigned for your microphone or whether speaker. This can be really useful if you have to do something and you just mic your phone directly with the hotkey. Whoever's gonna be speaking, what I mean by that is whenever you leave a channel, you do anything, it's right there. Is it a male or a female? I'll take a female. I'll take a female. All done. So what you can see, it's all the public servers. If you want to rent your own public servers, you can click on it. It's gonna open a link from TeamSpeak USA, and you will be able to see that for all the retailers. This can be really, really nice, and this could be really, really great. Also, in settings, you have identities, which is your account yourself. So who you are with your identity, your nickname, your fun nickname, and your unique ID. And this unique ID it's where it gets important, because if you switch computer, you're not gonna have this unique ID, so you will lose your ranks. So that's pretty much where you can export your ID in an INI file and import it if you have another computer. So that way you keep all your rank, and that's really nice. That's really nice from them, and it's awesome. So that way you control everybody's rank, and you make sure that it's not because that someone is using the name Lechug or Psychology or whoever is in the TeamSpeak server, they will have your ranks. No, they have to have your unique ID. It's just where it's getting really important. Also in settings, when you go to the plugins, I have multiple plugins, whether it's voice changers that you can install and stuff like that. You can visit addons.teamspeak.com for more plugins, even like overlays, changing the actual setup of the way you can see your TeamSpeak, and it's really nice. There's a lot of new graphics that people have been doing, and you can add backgrounds and stuff like that. You can really customize it for yourself, and it's really, really great for that. And the last thing in settings, it's of course all the options. So you have the applications itself. In the applications, you can select whether you want to start TeamSpeak with Windows, always stay on top, advanced permission system. If you want to activate that, it's really, really nice what you can do with that. I'll show you right after. I'm just gonna activate it. The language, you want to put it as system by default. If you want to put another one, you can use it. Design. This is where you can change it yourself. You will see like that. I'm just gonna change the style, and it's gonna change from what we have right now, or system default, or Windows XP, or Windows like that. But I'm gonna put Fusion because this is the latest one that they installed. The team is gonna be modern. You can have a classic. You can have blue sky as well. That's a little blue. So that's a little things that you can add, and you can download way more of that on the add-ons website. You can go there. It's actually incredible the stuff you can do. You can put transparency on, so it can go like on your website if you don't want it to hide anything. It's gonna be really, really important. In the downloads folder, that's where you can put everything. So like if you download something from file transfer and stuff like that, you want to put limits to bandwidth and stuff like that, it's gonna be right there, and it can be really, really useful for certain people. Security, you can manage security, so you can save channel password, use a master password, You can clear cache, you can clear URLs, you can do everything. You can even control an identity manager. So that's really, really great. The playback is really where you set up your speakers. So that's where you will set up. Mostly it's going to be all default, depending on what you have set up on your computer. But it should be all in default. It should really be all default. So I am using right now everything on default in the best mode. And sound pack volume and stuff like that just reduced a bit so it doesn't sound too loud whenever it's speaking. On the capture, your microphone. So that's where you will be able to have and that's where you will be able to set up your microphone. Even adding some echo reduction, echo cancellation, and even some advanced options. So no background noise. So it's really, really great. So we can do that. I'm gonna just uncheck it for now. The chat, so you can hide, you can have a number of lines, you can have a different font, you can have a lot of things. That's really, really great. Whisper. Psh. So if you have a whisper, you will have a notify sound if you want to play it. But you can have, you can deny whisper from certain people. If they're not in your contacts, you just deny it. You just completely deny it. I'm accepting from everyone, so if anybody needs me, I'll be there and available for everyone. Hotkeys, this is where you can put everything that you want there. So let's say microphone, blah blah blah. You want to put a hotkey, so on key down, whatever 0, microphone toggle mute, just go right there, boom, that's it. So you just click OK. So whenever I'm accepting that whenever I'm talking in it, so my mic is muted right now. This is really great. This is really great. I love it. I love it. I just love it. Messages. If you have anything there, you can you have messages when you leave. It can just happen and say it. Notifications, if you have any, and all the sounds, you can activate them. I'm playing no sounds just because I want to make sure that if I'm in a game, I don't want to get distracted by sounds. That's pretty much it for settings. If you go to plugin, you can activate your plugins and stuff like that. And the last one is help, which can be useful if you have some questions and whether if like FAQ and stuff like that from TeamSpeak themselves. You can go directly on the TeamSpeak webpage, support forums, tutorial. You can even rent your own server if you want it. It's really great. I really tell you that you will like it. If you need a voice communication server, if you need anything with your friends, with your gaming community, use TeamSpeak. It's incredible. Check for updates. If ever you have an update, you can just click on it and download the new update. New features, the change log, show new stickers, and about TeamSpeak, your version, where it's made, and all you need. This is pretty much it for TeamSpeak. It's really incredible. I like it. I love it. I'm really thankful for TeamSpeak for being sponsoring us. You can visit them on the website below. That's gonna be below right there. So just go and see in the description. Click on it. Go visit. If you want more reviews, you can just like ask question in the description. I'll be more than happy to answer you about it. And we can check that. We can check settings if you need to. I can even like do the difference between, if you want to see the difference between Ventrilo from TeamSpeak, from Mumble, and stuff like that. I will be able to drive you through that. But honestly, TeamSpeak is leading in the design in the interface by far, really by far. It's crazy how I like it. If we go from voice activation, there's nothing compared to that. I mean, Skype, it's always open, and what I hate from Skype, it's background noise. You hear everything from people. If I take my camera like that, you will hear that, and it's really, really annoying. So I want to make sure that on TeamSpeak, you can mute yourself directly, or you can just like activate it. So you can, I could turn around and speak to someone else, and it's not gonna activate, but I can be like right there, and it's gonna activate. That's really, really great, and I'm really loving that. Go check them. Go check them. And ask questions in the comments below if you want to have some more info. But mostly visit our website, SaturdayStrikes.com. Visit their website, which is the link down below. And one more thing I can say then. Thank you, TeamSpeak. And hopefully you'll try it. Try it, at least. Try it. And you'll love it.